and seen on video.
Yeah, I watched it about a dozen times or so last night and again this morning. I'm just not comfortable with Patrick's behavior around the ball.
Patrick Reed lived every golfer's dream. He won the Masters, amassed millions, and became a Ryder Cup hero. Yet, despite all these triumphs, he somehow transformed into one of the most polarizing figures in golf. Fans don't just watch him falter, they often cheer when he does. How does a green jacket winner end up with the world seemingly rooting against him? The answer isn't a single mistake, it's a pattern. A tapestry of controversies woven over years. Family drama, college tensions, a series of rule disputes that often went in his favor, and a career-defining decision, all combined to take him from being divisive to outright infamous. This is the wild, complicated story of Patrick Reed. Born Patrick Nathaniel Reed on August 5, 1990, in San Antonio, Texas, and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he grew up with supportive but strict parents, especially his father, who pushed him relentlessly on the golf course. From a young age, Reed wasn't just gifted, he was a force to be reckoned with. At University High School in Baton Rouge, between 2005 and 2007, he led his team to back-to-back state championships, earned top honors as a state medalist, became a Rolex AJ All-American, and even claimed a major junior title at the 2006 Junior Open Championship. His fierce competitiveness and razor-sharp focus made him impossible to ignore. That same intensity carried him into college, where his talent would continue to shine, but the conflicts that would shadow his career were just beginning to emerge. Reed entered college carrying all the hype of a future golf superstar. On paper, he seemed like the perfect recruit for a powerhouse program. Yet, barely a year in, he was dismissed from the team, sparking a whirlwind of rumors. The exact details remain murky, but Shane Ryan's book reports that some teammates accused Reed of breaking team rules and stirring tension. Stories circulated about questionable behavior during qualifying rounds, though nothing was ever proven. Reed has consistently defended himself, insisting the issue wasn't about cheating or dishonesty, but about violating alcohol-related rules that led to his dismissal. Whatever the reality, the controversy clung to him, marking the start of the legend and the storm that would follow Patrick Reed throughout his career. Georgia decided to move on, but Reed's story was far from over. He transferred to Augusta State University, where, in a dramatic turnaround, he became the heartbeat of the team. Reed led Augusta State to 2 national championships, proving that regardless of whispers and rumors, his talent on the course was undeniable. Yet the shadow of his Georgia chapter lingered. Once your name is linked to accusations of cheating or trouble, even unproven, the public memory is hard to erase. By the time Reed turned professional in 2011, a new storm was brewing, and this one wasn't confined to golf courses. In his early 20s, Reed made the deeply personal choice to distance himself from his parents and sister. His wedding would exclude his family entirely, a decision that drew widespread attention. And by the 2014 US Open, the controversies only grew, blurring the lines between his personal life and his professional reputation. Tensions within the Reed family reached a boiling point during one of golf's biggest stages. At the 2014 US Open, his parents and sister reportedly tried to watch him play using a friend's tickets, only to be escorted off the grounds after his wife, Justine, allegedly asked officials to remove them. It was a shocking, highly public moment that added another layer to the Reed family drama. And the saga didn't stop there. Even when Reed achieved the pinnacle of his career by winning the 2018 Masters, his family was absent from the celebration, not merely missing from the crowd, but reportedly barred from entering Augusta National entirely. The full story behind these decisions remains known only to those involved, but from an outside perspective, it painted a picture of a life as complicated as it was high-profile. Meanwhile, Reed's golf game continued its meteoric rise. He climbed the world rankings with remarkable speed, his talent undeniable. Then he made one of the boldest statements in modern golf, claiming he believed he was one of the top 5 players in the world, a daring declaration for someone ranked 44th at the time. Some fans admired his confidence, others called it arrogance. But Reed backed up the bravado, racking up PGA Tour wins and demonstrating an ability to thrive under pressure. And it was in team golf, the Ryder Cup in particular, that Reed truly came alive, as if he had been forged for the intensity and camaraderie of representing his country. When the stakes were highest, Patrick Reed transformed into a Ryder Cup powerhouse, representing Team USA 3 times with unmatched intensity and fire. His energy, his reactions, and his fearless shot-making earned him the nickname Captain America, and fans couldn't get enough of his relentless passion on the course. His defining moment came at Hazeltine in 2016, during a legendary showdown with Rory McIlroy. The atmosphere was electric, both players trading incredible shots, chest bumps, and fist pumps as if they were in a heavyweight boxing match. Reed emerged victorious, sealing the match and proving himself as one of Team USA's deadliest competitors under pressure. Then came 2018, a year that felt like the pinnacle of Reed's career. He conquered Augusta National, fending off top players like Ricky Fowler and Jordan Spieth, to claim the green jacket at the Masters, his first and only major triumph to date. For a brief, shining moment, everything else faded away. No family drama, no lingering college controversies, just Patrick Reed, standing atop the golf world as Masters champion. But the calm didn't last long. The same shadowy drama that had followed him earlier resurfaced, this time caught in crystal clear detail on camera. Later that year at the Hero World Challenge, footage showed Reed moving sand behind his ball not once, but twice. To many viewers, it appeared he was illegally improving his lie, a serious breach of the rules. Reed defended himself immediately, insisting that the camera angles had exaggerated the situation and that he had done nothing wrong. Yet the video told a different story, reigniting debates about his integrity and fueling the polarizing aura that had become inseparable from his name. The controversy exploded almost instantly. Golf Channel analyst Brandel Chambly didn't mince words, calling Reed's actions cheating a comment that sent social media into a frenzy. Fans were outraged, and while Reed only received a 2-stroke penalty, the damage to his reputation was profound. Fellow players weighed in as well. Cameron Smith remarked, "If you make a mistake, maybe once, you can understand. But to give a bold response like blaming the camera angle, that's pretty up there. I don't have any sympathy for anyone that cheats." That moment changed everything. What should have been a low-key off-season tournament became one of the biggest controversies of Reed's career, complicating his Captain America persona and casting a shadow over his accomplishments. Suddenly, the old college rumors, once dismissed as minor scandals, felt far more credible to the public. Fast forward to 2021 at the Farmers Insurance Open, and history seemed to repeat itself. Reed's ball landed deep in the rough, and he declared it embedded, taking relief before a rules official could even verify the lie. By the time the official arrived, Reed had already marked the spot and lifted the ball. TV footage later revealed that the ball had actually bounced before settling, technically meaning it wasn't embedded at all. While Reed didn't officially break any rules, the optics were damning. Fans weren't just reacting to a single incident, they were connecting the dots. From the college controversies to the Hero World Challenge sand episode, and now this latest incident, a pattern emerged in the public eye, one that transformed Reed from a fiery, competitive superstar into one of golf's most polarizing figures. Patrick Reed had become impossible to ignore, a golfer who seemed to thrive in the grey areas, always managing to walk away unscathed. What might have been minor, on-course misunderstandings evolved into storylines that trailed him relentlessly, shaping his public image. By 2022, the saga reached a new level. Reed was no longer just battling fans' criticism. He took the fight to the courtroom. After joining the controversial LIV Golf League in June, he filed a staggering $750 million defamation lawsuit against Golf Channel and several of its analysts, including Brandel Chambly, claiming they had spent years spreading false, damaging statements in what he described as a coordinated effort to destroy his reputation. But the public reaction was far from the vindication Reed had hoped for. Many saw the lawsuit not as a courageous stand for truth, but as a desperate attempt to salvage a reputation already in freefall. His timing did little to help, coming shortly after his move to LIV Golf, the league that had already polarized the golfing world. Suddenly, Patrick Reed wasn't just a divisive figure. He was positioned as one of the most controversial and villainized players in modern golf. A status shaped as much by off-course drama as by his undeniable talent. On IT.by 2023, Patrick Reed had become a figure bigger than the game itself, and not always for the reasons he wanted. Joining LIV Golf, a league that had sparked endless debate, while simultaneously suing the media for calling him out, Reed found himself at the center of a perfect storm of drama, lawsuits, and controversy. Every tournament he entered carried an electric tension. Crowds weren't just watching his swing. They were watching him, waiting for the next headline moment, and Reed seemed to feed off it. He approached every event like a man with something to prove, playing with his signature fire and intensity. LIV Golf had reshaped the sport, and Reed was now one of the league's most recognizable faces, competing for massive purses while enduring constant criticism from fans and traditionalists who accused the league of selling out golf's legacy. Reed didn't appear to care. Every clutch putt, every confident stare into the camera, seemed designed to remind the world exactly who he was. But the headlines never stopped chasing him. At a Dubai tournament early that year, he made waves off the course when reports surfaced that he had tossed a tee in the direction of Rory McIlroy on the practice range after Rory didn't respond to a greeting. The internet erupted. Some called it petty, others disrespectful, while Reed's supporters insisted it was simply classic Reed, confident, unbothered, and unapologetically himself. When asked, Reed brushed it off as a light-hearted gesture, meant in jest. Yet for golf fans, it was another reminder of how Patrick Reed always seemed to court controversy, turning even small moments into viral fodder. Patrick Reed seemed to attract conflict, even when he wasn't trying. Every gesture, every comment, every eye roll became a story. And yet through it all, he kept swinging, chasing victories, and carrying that chip on his shoulder that had followed him since college. Whether fans cheered or booed, Reed remained locked in, making sure no one forgot the name Captain America. Even if the applause had long turned into noise, by 2024, Reed's career resembled a movie that refused to slow down. Lawsuits, media battles, and on-course controversies had become part of his brand. He continued to play in LIV Golf events and occasionally in majors, but everywhere he went, the same question lingered. Was Patrick Reed misunderstood, or simply unapologetically himself? His legal battles kept the headlines coming. Several of his defamation claims had been dismissed or withdrawn, but Reed's team pressed on, claiming he was standing up against years of media bias and character attacks. To supporters, he was a fighter for fairness. To critics, it was just another attempt to control the narrative. Either way, the world watched. On the course, flashes of brilliance reminded fans why Reed had once been feared. At the Masters, he delivered clutch shots that seemed to say, "I'm still here," commanding attention whether the crowds cheered or stayed silent. Slowly, Reed began opening up in interviews, sharing how criticism had affected him and how much golf still meant to him despite everything. For a fleeting moment, fans glimpsed the person behind the headlines, though controversy never strayed far. Small disputes, slow play arguments, or clashes with reporters kept him trending. By the end of 2024, one thing was clear: Patrick Reed was far from fading away. Loved or hated, admired or scorned, he remained one of golf's most talked about figures. Every swing, every quote, every rule call added another layer to a career that refused to quiet down. The drama continued into 2023 at the Dubai Desert Classic, where a wild tee shot disappeared into a cluster of palm trees. Reed claimed he had spotted the ball in a specific tree and took a drop below it, but video replays suggested it might have landed elsewhere. Technically, he followed the rulebook, but fans weren't buying it. Another controversial moment, another benefit of the doubt, another Reed saga in the headlines. Looking at his career as a whole, the contrast is striking. On one side, he is a Masters champion, a Ryder Cup hero, and a 9-time PGA Tour winner, a player proven under pressure, fearless, and unrelenting. On the other side lies a long trail of controversies. Accusations of bending the rules, public family tensions, and high-profile legal battles against media figures. Some argue he is misunderstood, that he merely plays at the very edge of the rules. Others say that edge is precisely the problem, defining a career that has become as polarizing as it is remarkable. Patrick Reed's story isn't a simple redemption arc, it's a saga of talent, fire, and conflict. A career that keeps the world watching, debating, and never looking away. Golf has always been a game built on honesty and respect, and Patrick Reed's career constantly tests just how far that line can be pushed. When your name keeps appearing in headline after headline, controversy after controversy, the benefit of the doubt eventually runs out. That's what makes Reed such a rare and polarizing figure in modern sports. A player whose villain label feels almost earned. Not for one single mistake, but for years of smoke that made everyone start to believe there must be fire. If this story of talent, triumph, and controversy caught your attention, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss more untold sports stories like this. Behind every scoreboard, there's always more drama, and we've got plenty more to break down.